Detective Leo solves the bank robbery. Hello, my name is Leo Carter. I am a detective. I live in a big city, and my job is to solve crimes. I like my job because I help people and bring justice. Today, I will tell you about a case I investigated. It was a cold, rainy night when my phone rang. I picked it up, and a voice on the other end sounded urgent. Detective Carter, we need you. There's been a robbery at the central bank. Without wasting a second, I put on my coat, grabbed my badge, and rushed out into the stormy night. The rain poured heavily, making the streets shine under the streetlights. My car sped through the wet roads, and soon I saw flashing red and blue lights up ahead. When I arrived at the bank, the scene was chaotic. Police officers moved around, collecting evidence. The big glass windows were shattered, and papers lay scattered across the floor. The air smelled of damp concrete and something else. Panic. The bank manager, a nervous-looking man in a suit, rushed toward me. Detective, this is terrible. They took everything from the vault. Millions of dollars. Gone. I put a reassuring hand on his shoulder. We'll find the robbers. But first, tell me everything you know. Officer Samantha, my partner, walked up to me with her notebook in hand. Leo, this was a professional job, she said, flipping through her notes. The robbers came at exactly midnight. They knew how to disable the alarms and security cameras. No fingerprints, no clear witnesses. I listened carefully. Everything about this crime felt too perfect. These robbers were experienced. But then, as I examined the broken glass, something caught my eye. A small piece of black cloth stuck to one of the shards. I picked it up and looked closely. There was a faint symbol embroidered on it. My heart skipped a beat. I know this mark, I said. The Black Ravens. Samantha's face turned serious. The Black Ravens? Are you sure? The Black Ravens were an infamous gang known for their high-profile heists. If they were involved, this case was bigger than just a simple bank robbery. The investigation begins. The first step was to gather as much information as possible. I began questioning the security guards. One of them, an older man with gray hair, looked shaken. I was on duty when it happened, he said. I heard a loud noise, like glass breaking. But before I could react, I felt something hit my head. I blacked out. Another witness, a shopkeeper who worked across the street, mentioned seeing a black car parked near the bank just before midnight. 3 men in masks got out, he said. They were quick, in and out in minutes. A black car with no license plate, another clue. Samantha and I checked the nearby security cameras. The robbers had disabled the bank's footage, but other businesses had working cameras. We went through hours of video until we finally found something useful. There, Samantha pointed at the screen. It showed the same black car driving down an alley near the old warehouse district. The warehouse district was known as a hideout for criminals. If the Black Ravens were hiding there, we had to act fast, tracking the Black Ravens. That night, Samantha and I drove to the warehouse district. The area was dark and silent, except for the occasional flickering streetlight. We parked our car at a distance and approached cautiously. The sound of an engine idling confirmed our suspicions. The black car was there. Peering through a broken window, I saw 3 men counting stacks of money. the stolen cash. Before I could signal Samantha, one of them turned toward the window. His eyes widened. "They saw us," he shouted. "Run!" The three men grabbed their bags and bolted in different directions. "Go after them," I yelled, sprinting after the nearest suspect. The chase led me through narrow alleyways, past overflowing trash bins and abandoned buildings. The suspect tried to climb over a fence, but I grabbed his arm and pulled him down. He struggled, but I pinned him to the ground. "Game over," I said, catching my breath. Meanwhile, Samantha tackled another suspect, and backup officers arrived just in time to corner the third. With all three men in custody, we searched their bags. Inside, we found stacks of stolen cash, masks, and tools used to break into the bank vault. Justice is served. The next morning, the courtroom was packed. The judge listened as we presented the evidence: the stolen money, the security footage of their black car, the piece of cloth with the black raven symbol. The robbers had no way out. The judge declared them guilty, sentencing them to years in prison. The bank manager shook my hand. "Detective Leo, you saved our bank. Thank you." I simply nodded. Just doing my job. A city restored. As the days passed, life returned to normal. The bank increased its security. The police received praise for solving the case so quickly. Samantha and I sat in our office, drinking coffee. "Another case closed," she said with a smile. I leaned back in my chair, looking at the shelves filled with past case files. But I knew one thing. There would always be more mysteries, more criminals to catch. And when the next case came, I would be ready. This detective story is designed to help English learners improve their vocabulary while enjoying an exciting mystery. Words like detective, robbery, clue, and justice are naturally introduced in the story, making learning easy and fun. What would you have done if you were in Detective Leo's shoes? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more English learning stories.